Can someone please tell me why modern day TV shows have such terrible lighting?
They don't. They have incredible lighting. The cinematography you see on television today is on par with anything you'll see in a movie theater. And the premise of this this TikTok is hilarious because just go back and see what television looked like in the '80s. It was awful. I mean, even in the '90s, it was truly awful. I mean, there's a few television shows like The X Files that were shot in open matte that have been sort of refinished, and they've made it widescreen now. That's not what it looked like when it was originally broadcast. Same thing with The Sopranos. But television used to look pretty awful because it didn't need to look better. Everybody was watching it on broadcast television, and the process of broadcasting it degraded the image anyway, and people were watching on tiny television. So the idea that because dramatic interpretation is used to change the lighting of some talk that the Queen gives, the idea that that's somehow bad is just ridiculous. I think one of the major issues with shows like Game of Thrones is not how the show was shot and how it was finished, and by finished I mean, in a digital intermediate workflow, but how it is streamed. Streaming degrades the signal. I promise you, if you go watch a 4K UHD copy of the last season of Game of Thrones, it looks absolutely incredible on a 70-inch OLED television. But most people are not watching it in that environment. Most people are watching it on smaller, cheaper televisions with lackluster internet, and even though the source signal might be technically 4K or technically 1080, the bit rate is extremely low, so you're ending up getting something with less information than something you would stream on YouTube. But that is not the case with physical media. These professionals are doing a better job of creating television than has ever been done in the history of television.